So you already got it. I see people already wanting to come through and all that.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. Hold on. It's not even. Oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. We just letting the shit build up real quick. Hold on.
That's a fact, man. The list is out and all that.
Well, let me tell this nigga. Hold on.
I'm about to get my drink. Damn, son. All right, so first of all, so we tweeting that shit out, right? You tweeting it out?
Yeah, I'm tweeting it out right now.
And share this, especially, matter of fact, tag like battlers that was in the joint and all
so
that.
all the battlers pull up. I'm gonna get let me get French and Jay Black. Everybody come through.
All right, tell them to pull up. We'll talk to them directly, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm standing on everything on the list too. Standing on it. I don't care.
You standing on it?
Standing on it.
I ain't gonna front, man. I would have put Tay Rock 10 though. But, I mean, I ain't really too mad at the list though. The list fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I think it's fire too. The one thing though, like before we even start this and all that, right? Now, if you strongly disagree with the list, all right? Strongly, I'm gonna do a little survey real quick. You strongly disagree with the list, put 100. Drop the 100 right now. You strongly disagree with it. Like, this list is crazy. Like, we look crazy right now. Give me 100.
Yo, Jay Black, pull up here. I see Jay Black in the joint.
You feel like that, man? Let me know. All right, Mom. I see 100. Everybody, that's interesting. All right.
Niggas, what niggas say?
Nah, it was only 2 people dropped. Okay.
I tell you, this list fire, boy.
I see a couple hundreds. I do see a couple hundreds. I do. I ain't gonna front. And I guess, Polo, we probably should, before we get people up here. First of all, I just want to say, like, it's an honor to just be on the panel, bro. Like, every year we've been honored to be a part of that in some capacity and all that. Since Black kind of started it. So it's dope. You often talking about like the 20 that's on here, the 30 that we mentioned is battlers that I really fuck with. But you got to make comparisons between people. I think sometimes the battlers people get a little bit mad, and then sound bites start to get clipped. You got to compare people. In order to compare them, you got to, point out negatives sometimes, and maybe accentuate that a little bit just to, drive the point home. But that's what I kind of noticed about this too. It wasn't an easy year at all, bro. It was not an easy year. Every year this gets tougher and tougher. So I just want to say that before we start getting people up here. Polo, you got anything to say to the folks before?
I ain't gonna front, man. I ain't really too mad at the shit. And I watched it back on the playback. Okay. I ain't gonna front. I thought the shit was. I think what I don't like when we do this and everybody turn to analysts. Like, come on, man. It's okay to just enjoy, watch shit, you know what I mean? Debate it amongst yourself. Nigga, everybody, I would have had this, I would have had that, I would have been up there. You wouldn't have been up there doing shit. Like,
you would have did shit.
You would have been up there nervous. You'd have been all mumble mouth. Like, yeah, come on, man.
Nah. But no funny stuff. Like, not to say it like, okay, you wouldn't have made a difference. Like, I'm not saying that this y'all, but it's you up there with people who've literally been covering battle rap all year. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that really know their stuff. So we all pretty passionate about it. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. No, it's a good point. It's a good point. Cause I see some of y'all, man. Armchair quarterback in it, man. Shout out to the Eagles and the Cowboys. You know what I mean? But yeah. So let's get some people on though. Let's get some people. Any battle. I see some battles too. Cool G, I see you on here. Real name Brandon. We probably need to talk.
Yeah, we get real name Brandon up here, man.
Fact, bro. Real name Brandon. Hit the request and shit. We could talk to Brandon for sure. You know what I'm saying? He had a great year. Shout out to my man LL Cool G too. Had another guy with another good year as well. You know what I'm saying? Keeping in trim with everything else. But all right, so let me see. All right, Polo, you want to just get...
Yeah, I'm going to get him up. Hold on real quick. My fault. I'm going to get him up.
I'm going to see if I can... Because there's some people that... what was my man that did the strongly disagree with the list? Dropped 100 again, bro? I want to get you up here. The strongly disagree, like... It was Larry. All right, it was Larry. All right, let's see. We get Larry in here. All right, Larry, what up, bro? You strongly disagree? What happened, bro? We'll get him.
Yeah, what's up, Larry?
See about to get cool.
Yo, what's up? I didn't drop the 100. I wasn't the person that dropped the 100. I just came up to speak. I didn't drop that 100 though. For strongly disagree.
Okay.
All right,
I got you.
Yeah, but shout out to y'all, Polo and Tom, bro. Y'all conducted yourself as best way as y'all could. I say the only thing is like when they make a decision as a whole, for some reason, I mean I know why, but y'all just kept going back, especially when it came to like that 4 and 5. Like, but you guys were strong in your decisions, like, okay, let's move on. But it kinda got drugged out a little bit. But if everybody look at the voting, everybody that participated, everybody that put their money in to vote, it kind of went along the ways of how everybody said, outside of Nitty and A-Ward. But outside of that, I appreciated this. Everybody's not gonna know every battle rapper, but that's why the fans are supposed to vote on who they want in there. So I said you guys do a good job. You guys do a lot. There's gonna be a lot of scrutiny, but hey, this is the business that you guys are in.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that. Cola on the water, man. Throw Cola a lifeboat.
In the water.
Lifeboat.
Right.
Yeah. Geechi Gotti said he pulling up too.
Okay, I got you. But yeah, it was definitely times where I was like I was saying, it's a couple of hills that I'll be like, when I go in there, I know I'm gonna have to die on and all that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm gonna have to fight for this certain person to be there. You feel me? I feel like, oh man, if Loso is around, I'd love to get him up.
Hold on. Let me
that was the ill moment, because when you doing these like debates about these lists and shit, right? I noticed something. A certain name that you would throw out, right? And then depending on the reaction that you get, you kind of can gauge the audience. I say Loso at 19, everybody went crazy, right? They didn't mention him again until like number 13. Maybe he came up, but I had the nigga at like number 11. He ended up being like number 9, I believe. So it kind of worked out in the reverse and shit. So kind of brought him up just to see what the room was like. Because I didn't know everybody had him beating Arsenal like that. Clear.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. Loso, it's kind of like his year was crazy, but he always have crazy year because like he's like a very very detailed writer, so he always has like a crazy year. But his content versus Arsenal and versus that Vixen. Come on, man, that Vixen round was genius, just from everything, from looking at the cameras, the way he set everything up. That shit was just genius. I ain't gonna front. When you said the Loso shit, I kind of think you were just saying that to get niggas awareness up. Like,
no, you know that. That was just to set that shit up, and it worked out. It worked out the way it worked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was solid, bro. That was interesting. All right,
let me get Bad Money up here, man. You might as well start getting a panel up here.
Still up.
Get Bad Money in here. Yo, Jay Black, what's the word, man? How you feeling? Bad Money, what's the word?
What up?
I'm trying to see, man. I mean, the comments was kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get Phil. What up, Phil? Donnie Dutch.
I think the comments was crazy in the beginning, but then once, we started, like, everything started shaping and shit like that, I think people started to understand a little bit more. But, like, if you, it's like it's 8 hours. So if you miss that first 2 minutes or whatever where he's explaining the breakdown, everything, you're gonna come in there and think we just debating randomly.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, the thing is, I'm trying to figure out who we were scared of. First, we were scared of Surf, then we were scared of Geechi. So I mean,
who said that?
I kept seeing that in the comments like crazy, like, oh, they're scared of Surf. They're scared of Geechi. Like, which Crip is it?
Why does somebody got to be scared of somebody? Just say something about their resume and give credit.
That's scared of somebody is crazy. Like,
I'm almost 40. What the fuck? What are y'all talking about? Like, nigga, come on.
Man.
None of the battles have given reason to be afraid of them. Like, I'm just saying, that's a weird thing for me. Now the guys is unmuted, man. Y'all welcome to speak, man. AMG, Phil,
You're.
Yo, what up? What up?
You already know the vibes, man. Salute everybody, man. Only you come on, we talked in Discord. I only had one discrepancy with the list.
I want discrepancy.
Yeah, but you was on my side. I was thinking about Rum Nitty, and I'm like, God, like Polo was saying, it's like once the room vote, it's like I can't sit here and try to debate 6 other niggas in here. Like, I'm losing. I'm fighting a losing battle.
Right.
I was like, I didn't feel like brother put enough respect on Rum resume this year. I was like, damn, cuz. I thought Cuz had a really good, like it might not have been easy or Geechi, but the surf comparison, I was like, it's tough. Cause you talking about a 90, right? There's nine rounds when he potentially won versus Nitty, a brother who went through the tournament just like Geechi did, but arguably had a tougher, schedule going into the final battle. All rematches. All people that he's beaten before and had to come up with brand new material for these people.
Okay.
What was the did he I'm not even gonna do that because I want to put my foot in my mouth. Cuz had some crazy shit this year. And I felt like he should have been 3. But I'm not mad at 4. Overall, y'all picked it right.
Yo,
I'm not even gonna debate 11 through 20.
Can I interject there? I know a lot of people keep talking about like all the battles, but I think what people got to realize, especially when they're talking about Surf and his schedule, you got to look at the consistency, the amount of battles, and the quality of there. Because if you're gonna take more battles, you potentially gonna be sacrificing more. And as everybody knows, Surf is highly particular, and he's strategic in what he does, and that's the reason why he's where he's at. So he's saying, if I can just, and this is just in general with any battle rapper, if you can get you can get so much quality done and take less battles, you can shoot yourself up higher. But when you take more, you leave more room for more arguments. And if you look and see what the panel was talking about, a lot more people had a lot more holes in their argument because they took more battles. Now, they might have a stronger central schedule, but when you have less to argue against, then you have that many people not able to shoot you down.
Yeah,
those schedules don't even be that strong though, because them battles be trash.
Damn. Wait, hold on, y'all. Go ahead, Sway. Sway had a hand up for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not here to argue like who is over who. This is very subjective, so I feel like it's pointless when people try to run down on y'all on Twitter, and I just don't understand. It's super subjective, so I don't understand. Like, to me, this is a hard job. I would never want to be ever on that panel. That shit look crazy, but ever. But my thing was the impact. I didn't watch the full stream, but I seen Easy was upset when y'all said impact didn't go to him. Does impact encompass everything surrounding the culture, or is it just battles? Because I feel like either way, I feel like you could make a strong case that it was him. Because every event that he was on, I felt like he walked away on everybody's mind. Either had battle of the night or performance of the night.
If I do everything surrounding the culture, like Geechi Gotti is a league owner as well. So, like, the riot kind of blew up into something crazy this year. They had like 2 bigger cars this year.
Yeah.
So I include
that.
I
was just wondering, does it encompass only battles or everything? Right.
Yeah, and the impact of I think I was on the side of Easy for impact, but I could see Geechi because just the visual of Drake with the 70 pulling out the extra with the 100 that did a lot for battle rap that whole time period. That was a huge moment of the year, and just the impact of that alone. You know what I mean? Just showing the Geechi Rum Nitty battle, like that was actually a really good battle. Like I just think Geechi impact is high up. I do have Easy impact also high, so that's a tough debate, man.
Yeah,
that's a real hard one.
Do y'all feel okay? So like, there's some people who are upset that they're saying that people are holding the Real Sick loss over Danny's head too much or whatever. But am I crazy to think like? I feel like that's nothing to downplay. Like, I feel like that was a whole meltdown. Like that's in known history. He forfeited. That's some crazy shit. I never seen nothing like that.
I think we did justice to that by putting Danny over Sig, actually. You know what I mean? And still, like, gave Danny his just due at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because if you look at it, like I said, he got knocked down, he got beat the fuck up, but he got back up and continued to fight for the rest of the year. You know what I mean? And that's the signature of what a champion should be. So I still think we didn't hold it too much over his head.
Yeah, that's true. The other thing with Rum Nitty, I feel like Rum Nitty had a drop off after the tournament. I feel like his hollow battle was very lackluster, and I feel like the Rex performance was like not a good battle. Neither one of those were good battles to me. And I don't want to play the what if game, but if you take away that tournament, I don't know how much of an argument he has for his whole body of work the whole year. So, but we're not playing the what if game. So, but so he's definitely top 5. But
I feel you. I definitely walked in there with him in a second, but I see what you're saying, though. I was, you put it like that. When you talk about the quality of those battles, you compare them to the other people that will be in the, in the running. I don't think
you can argue he lost some of them too. Some people are undefeated.
And this is one of those years where I feel like because you had the 5, 4, 3, 2, everybody is like so close in the top 5 where it's like you can kind of argue for every, like, you know what I mean? You can kind of argue a point for anybody that's in the top 5. So this was a really hard year. So I'm not really mad.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand when people are trying to run down like you guys like Surf is like extorting y'all or this person's that should be crazy to me.
Why they gotta do us like that, Sway? Like why they gotta y'all some bitch ass niggas?
Yo,
I tapped into the stream one time and I just seen everybody screaming. I said, "Ooh, let me log out real quick. This shit too crazy. I'm gonna just see when the list drop."
Yeah, nah, it's not even. I mean, it's not even. It's just. It is subjective, but the one thing about it, though, is like whatever criteria you got, whatever you apply, you have to be consistent. That's what you see throughout that, throughout us deliberating is like, us really having to be consistent. Like, yo, bro, you said this back here at 17, 18. You got to keep the same energy. Even though it's 6 and 7, you can't switch up now. So a few of us got caught, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it be. So, Ty, what up?
What's up, y'all? Good job tonight. Shout out to the whole panel. Shout out Jay Black for putting together Champion of the Year to honor these guys. And even some of the ladies that had like honorable mentions. Shout out to Polo. He always be in there for the ladies. I appreciate that. I just wanted to speak on what I believe it was Sway was saying about Danny Myers. Yes, that was a complete total meltdown. He quit. And so that means that you can't be champion of the year, but it don't mean that you drop out of the running. Like I was telling somebody in the chat, it's like, I look at it like sports. We could just look at like college football sports. If you the number 1 seed and you lose a bad game on a big stage, it don't drop you out of the runnings. It drop you to like 5, where I felt like Danny should have been. But shout out to everybody on the panel, what they said, what they, agree with or disagree with. But I just wanted to make that point that, when you 12-0 and then you suffer like he did and quit like he did, that means you can't be a champion if you quit. Everybody know I'm a Danny fan. You cannot be a champion if you quit, but it don't mean that the rest of your year and what you did prior to that moment just is null and void or go in vain. He had like 17 battles and 1 clear loss. He still was incredible after the sick battle. So I feel like him still being in the top 10 was just due.
No doubt. I feel you.
What's up, Gun Titles?
Yo, man, I salute to y'all because that shit, is a difficult job, but I got 2 B's.
Uh-oh. No, I liked it. Go ahead.
Bill Collector is way too low on this list.
Okay.
Way too low. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, with all due
who would you put him ahead of?
You putting him over Will or Rock or Sick?
I definitely put him over Real Sick and A Ward to keep it 100.
Huh?
You put Bill over A Ward?
Hell yeah.
Yo, you all right, bro?
I'm real good.
Bill over A Ward?
I'm real good.
I got.
Why would you put Bill over AWOL? Like what? Go ahead and compare them.
How could you do that, bro? DNA Tooth, what up?
I mean, we gotta look at what Bill Collector has done this whole tournament run. You know what I'm saying? Like with the King of the Dot season shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
If we talking about, you know what I'm saying, people playing on big stages, KOTD is one of the big three.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I look at like what AWOL be doing, like respect to AWOL, you know what I'm saying? Like the dude could spit, you know what I'm saying, and all that, but this nigga be battling in fucking backyards and churches. For real. Like I can't like you can't put the same value on these battles.
Yo, what battle does Bill have that was a bigger bigger deal than the Ill Will battle that AWOL has?
Granted, he has that battle. Granted, I give him that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what about the Rosenberg battle? That shit was trash.
Which battle?
that shit was trash on the big stage.
Scratch that one. Which battle does Bill Collector have that was more important than the Geechi Gotti battle this year?
Yo, I don't like that comparison because one, Geechi smashed him in that battle, and two, the only reason that shit is important is because Geechi didn't take that shit serious the first time.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like that like the only reason that's a big battle is because Geechi's in the battle.
So, but AWOL is in all these battles. You can't just take him out like he's in the Rosenberg.
Yeah. I'm not like I said, I'm not not trying to discredit, you know what I'm saying, the bull, because you know what I'm saying, like the boy just spit, you know what I'm saying? Like he good, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you gotta really like judge niggas on where they really at, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't really got nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm really looking forward to seeing this nigga in the Midnight Madness, because I think a lot of people's opinion on him is going to change after that shit.
You don't think he's gotten anywhere? What does that mean?
Because he be beating niggas.
Went from 20
he
to
be
5.
beating niggas when they go to these like little cafeterias and shit to battle, but like when the lights is on and it's really go time.
Yeah.
He's not doing that.
Geechi, hold on, let me add Geechi.
Oh yeah,
the champion of the year, man.
The consensus has him winning to Lou Castro, and he had a fire battle with Ill Will.
Yo, I'm sorry about that. Pardon self for the mute. I'm pardon self for that, man. We got the champion of the year in here, man. Geechi Gotti 3 times in a year. Yo, Tone, send him a Cole's invite, man. Hold on. Geechi,
I thought you already took care of that. Okay, my bad.
Hola.
Yeah.
Boy, Eduardo, man, I can't believe my friend Geechi won again. Hey, all jokes aside, man. Yeah, man. Salute to the panel, the ones that's in here. Polo, Bad Money, Black. You know what I'm saying? Tone, bro. You feel me? I'm not sure if the rest of them is in the listeners or not, but for sure, appreciate the debate, man. I know that shit ain't easy for y'all. Honestly, y'all gotta take on a lot of slack, take on a lot of criticism. You know, that shit can, you know what I mean? Y'all don't have to do it at the end of the day. You feel me? Y'all don't gain nothing out the shit. You feel me? Except by just blessing somebody else. So, you know, I want to definitely let y'all know, man, from me, I appreciate y'all taking the time out to do that for any of the battlers, whoever won that shit, and just being in that top 20. You feel me? Definitely, man. I appreciate y'all for taking y'all time doing that.
Absolutely.
Now, how I feel? Like this you kind of doing uncharted stuff right now. Man.
It feels good, man. You know what I mean? I'd be lying if I say it didn't, man. You know, because I feel like as a battler, this is what we go so hard for. You know what I mean? From January to December is to get recognized. You know what I'm saying? Like I think once this champion of the year thing was implemented, you know, for me, I took a conscious effort to always try to go hard year in and year out to try to make sure that I'm in the running for that shit, to make sure I got a chance of winning that, man. I make sure I try to have impactful battles. I try to give A1 material, you know what I'm saying? I try to be consistent, like all the things that's in the criteria, I try to make sure I cover those bases. That way, when it's time to have those debates, you know what I'm saying, I got strong points. So it definitely feels good to know that, you know, the work that I put in wasn't overlooked or wasn't overshadowed or wasn't downplayed, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely felt like I had a year that was worthy of winning it, this year. So for the fans to vote that high for me, let me know that that I wasn't the only one feeling that way, and for the panel to feel that way as well.
Yeah, no, exactly, man. I mean, I think the 3-time. First of all, for me personally, I would say you're one of the 5 best to ever do this, right? Like this is solidified in my opinion, right? And the thing about this run is that it was filled with risks. They do the Geechi Gotti 30 for 30. You took so many risks,
Man.
And even when you took the guy who almost took the first one, who threatened the first one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The first time. So it's just like, and I think the testament to the hard work and then the taking the big matchups and being on the cards, I think that influence has actually helped the culture get along, because it's like, bro, they look up and they see you that you got 3 belts. Like, first belt, okay, cool. That's fine. Second belt, whoa.
The
third one, it's like, wow,
now they like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
And Geechi, I'm not for nothing. I feel like this one kind of means like the most, because this was like a golden year for battle rap, man. Look how much rounds we had. Best rounds of the year, best battles of the year. Like, this was like a golden year for battle rap last year.
Nah, most definitely, man. This one meant a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because the strength of schedule was tough, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was one of the tougher years as far as strength of schedule, you know what I mean? Because that tournament, of course, now the cat's out the bag as far as how the judges chose it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like just being in that tournament already not easy, because me and Rum went in as, along with like I say T-Top and Twerk was like the top 4 favorites, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people had me and Nitty like being on opposite sides going to the end on their brackets already. So we went in with a fucking target on our back with every weekend, like having to like overly perform in order to get there, because like we the favorites. So it's so easy to be it's harder to be the favorite than the underdog, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody is professional battle rappers. Like, these ain't no regular motherfuckers. We talking Swamp, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who was undefeated in male competition up on URL until he battled me. You know what I'm saying? We talking Rig, somebody that's a veteran, been doing this shit for years, battling the tough competition, on and off URL, putting in pain. Casey, one of the women of the year. Rum Nitty, he top 5 champion of the year. You know what I'm saying? We talking A-Ward, another top 5 champion of the year. DNA, top 10 champion of the year this year. You know what I'm saying? All them on my schedule this year. Loaded Lux, Endgame. He only got to battle one time, and one Loaded Lux battle, that's like battling, you feel me, 5 niggas because of what he bring to the table and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like the schedule alone for me was like something where I'm like, man, this is a dangerous ass year. Every time they throwing them battles out there, like Mav Hoffa, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck, like, yeah, I gotta come to work. You know what I'm saying? I gotta come to work. You feel me? You know what I mean? So like, I definitely like hold this one in a higher regard as far as like what it meant, because I felt like it was a lot of like moments where I had to live up to the hype. If I lose in that tournament, any round, first, second, third, any round in that shit, then we got a different conversation, and then my legacy even in question. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because that's just what it boils down to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get in that tournament and I lose, then that's something they could talk about. Like, oh man, he lost in that tournament to such and such. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? When it was on the line, 100,000 on the line, he lost. You know what I'm saying? So that was a legacy. Loaded Lux, same thing. Whether it was in Cali or not, that was a culture defining, legacy defining battle, because Loaded Lux is the end game. So we can always be honest and be like, he's an end game battler. No, most people don't beat him. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Sorry, somebody called me at the end game, because okay, in order to beat it. So,
he probably getting a phone call. We could get it right, everybody. Salute to everybody in here, man. Drop 100 for Geechi Gotti, man. Drop 100 for J Black.
You know what I'm saying? Switch the trajectory where he was placed. You know what I'm saying? For me, I felt like this whole year was defined. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That I honestly looked at it like that, going to the new year, like how
breaking up.
Geechi, you in a parallel universe, cuz.
Bro.
Hold.
Yeah, you definitely in the Matrix, bro.
Oh, you don't get it right.
Yeah.
One thing for sure, the belt do got importance when Geechi got it, because the last champion of the year disappeared after he got that shit. That was crazy.
I mean, winning a title now, right? Like, you will be compared to these Geechi Gotti runs. Think about the years associated with titles, right? It's crazy. I think Gotti just pulled up again.
Oh yeah, Gotti right here. Okay, yeah, we gotta get you Gotti back. Let it get right. Yeah, man. This is definitely a crazy champion of the year, man.
Yeah, without a doubt. So let's see if we can get.
Yeah, he's right here.
Okay, I see him
right there. We got him back. He's right there.
All right.
Yeah, my bad.
My
bad. My phone had run. But like, yeah, I definitely, like I say, I feel like this year was just hella competition, man. But not just even for me. I feel like even the battlers, like, was putting on pressure. Danny Myers' year was crazy. A-War year was crazy. Rum Nitty, like, I felt like Rum Nitty, you know what I'm saying, for me was just like I'm looking at his year and I'm like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, he easily could have been the winner, you know what I'm saying? Same with Easy the block captain, you know what I mean? Easy, like, so it was so many names I felt like this year that really put like a high effort into that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got Mickey Fax in the building. What's good, Mickey Fax? Yeah, go ahead, Tom. My fault.
Yeah, no, I think the whole shit's crazy. What up, Mick?
What's up? Did they pick? Is Geechi the winner?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, Geechi.
My nigga Facts. What up, baby?
My nigga, this nigga here, B. God damn.
I'm asking to be on the panel this year, man. I'm throwing my name in the hat, man. I'm just hoping Black, you know what I mean, say it's cool, man, and, you know, grab me. I want to be up there and argue with you niggas, man.
You don't want to fall for it?
Nah, I'm chilling. I ain't saying I don't want one. Don't get it twisted. I appreciate the belts. I appreciate the money. I appreciate the accolade period just being mentioned. But I also I'm really invested in like the way that the whole shit is going, that I really want to be a part of choosing it. I feel like at this point, not to knock it, I'm not saying it can't happen. I don't see nobody else like look at it in the past 4 years. In the past 5 years, I've been in the top 10 every year. The past 4 years, I've been in the top 5 every year, and I won 3 out of those 4 that I've been in the top 5. It ain't even been no other battle rapper that undid that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, even if we take away me winning, it ain't even been every year the top 5 change. You know what I'm saying? But only other person who was probably in it every year at first was K-Sean, but he wasn't in it this year. So then that point go out the window. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's like for me, I feel like I've made my point. I proved my point of how hard I go and my consistency of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I still had a resume. I still do those battles, but I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it'll be dope to have a battler that's won it, to have his perspective up there with the panel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, I think that'll be dope, in my opinion.
I feel like, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, but if you start taking them names this year, like you get a Hitman Holla battle or Easy, I feel like you and Easy storyline match up perfect right now.
That's a fact.
And,
that's a fact.
You start taking some of them names, you're going to be mentioned right again.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I definitely feel like the mention to be there. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I don't know if it was a creative way where I could, you know, lend some expertise without being able to vote for myself or some shit. You know what I mean? Something like that. Sure. Like where my vote had to be for somebody else, you know?
I think gun titles versus EFB just got a lot more interesting, especially with y'all being 1, 2, and 3. But I also want to know if you still want the Crip theme belt.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. I'm still looking for that belt to be blue or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Now that the nigga that officially won it, man. I think, you know, if he ain't already. Man, my bad. Hopefully y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you now. Oh,
yeah, my bad.
Real sick just
my
pulled
bad.
up.
My bad. You know, man, nigga win champion of the year. Nigga phone get the ring and everybody trying to borrow some paper. God damn. nigga ain't even touch no paper. Yeah, they trying to borrow, but nah, yeah, I definitely feel like that Bad Money, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like it done got more interesting like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like me and Easy, it's something crazy. Nitty and Easy, Nitty and Chess, you know what I mean? Like, Surf, you feel me? Like it's they already know gun titles EFB. That's like a rivalry right now. You know what I'm saying? Like for sports, like in battle rap, I feel like it's a healthy rivalry. You know what I'm saying? That it's a lot of shit talking going on both sides, a lot of heavy hitters on both sides. So yeah, I'm looking forward to like how this year play out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hitman Holla, the easy battle. You got Hollow. You got some names still on the table.
Listen, man. Tom Brady's trying to go for his 8th ring right now. I don't care if every year it makes sense. Every year, go get the title. I don't care. Run up the score.
I appreciate it. Shout out my nigga Tom Brady with this year, man. My Green Bay Packers finna get that. Just throwing it out there.
Hold on, relax.
Oh, don't do that now.
Just throw that out there, man.
Real sick, man. You real sick top 10 this year. How you feeling, real sick?
Was good. Top 10 in the world is crazy. I appreciate the Body of the Year award too. You know what I mean? It was dope. I tuned in for a bit and I saw some of the discussion or whatever. But yeah, salute to y'all.
Yeah, hell yeah. What do y'all feel like the toughest part is the 22-6 or the top 5 to put in order?
Oh man, what the 20 to 5, the 20 to 10 is like the toughest to me. Once we get through that for this year, that's how it was. But every year is different. I think the 10 I kind of knew what the 10 was going to be. I only had a couple surprises. Go ahead, Polo.
I'm gonna be honest, man. From this year, for me, it was from 3 to 6 because, like, essentially from 3 to 6, you could order that anyway, and I don't think it's a wrong way to order that, man. Chess, Rum Nitty, A-Ward, Surf, you could really order that anyway. Yeah. So that from 3 to 6 was like that was a super hard debate.
Yeah,
me and Tone both been there every year since its inception, along with Black. But I think top 20 is definitely like hard to narrow down. But I feel like this year, that top 10 before we got like from 10 to 5, I think that was the most difficult part. Because at the same time, while you're looking at 10 through 5, you also like, wait, such and such is not here. How such and such back there? You know what I mean? In the teens. And we at 10 through 5, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, and just trying to get there. So, but yeah, top like 20 to 15, you know what I'm saying, 20 to 10 is definitely like the hardest part of the year. But this particular year, it was 10 through 5, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I know how hard that can be because you're not trying to slight nobody. You're not trying, you're trying to be fair around the board with every argument. You know what I'm saying? And then it comes down to certain little things that can edge one name over the other and things of that nature. So like, I definitely can understand, like, especially when you get to those names, you arguing over like, might be just having one more battle or one more moment than the other person. You know what I'm saying?
What did y'all happen to catch the consistency argument? We talked about consistency.
I was catching the consistency one. Yeah. That was the one that I looked at the most. I'm like, hold on, this one kind of, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that was kind of, yeah. What'd you think? What'd you think about?
I mean, it's gonna be tough to judge, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, I think one of the arguments was Surf being consistent. He had 3 battles in 90 days, but it wasn't even about the 90 days. It was just the 3 battles were 3 good battles. So it's like shooting 100%. And the other one being, I think it was an A-Ward or something, having like 23 battles, and maybe he dropped the ball in 2 of them or whatever. He was 21 for 23. You know what I'm saying? I think it just depends. For me, I think it depends on the level of the 23. If you felt like all 23 of those, you know what I'm saying, wasn't as impactful, then of course the consistency will go to somebody like Surf. But the argument could still be looked at like he battled the whole year through, so it is tougher. I'll say from a battler standpoint, 3 in 90 days is hard to do, but having 12 months and battling every month is harder than that.
It's harder. That's a tougher schedule.
That's tougher, yeah. It is. Just from a
top tiers, though. Even if they not all top tiers, some of them mid tiers.
Now, if they not all top tiers, then I can be honest with that too. Just being a battler, you gonna have your games that's not top tiers where you kind of, you don't gotta bring 100. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I understood why a motherfucker had the consistency on Surf end, because you can't play with John, Twerk, and Calico like you can play with maybe Zitro the Kid or whoever. You know what I mean? That A Ward may have had. You know what I'm saying? You're not saying he played with him, but he could. You feel me?
I think that was the main thing. Is like John Calico. You know what I'm saying? And Twerk in 90 days. Tell that to any of your favorite battlers. That's crazy.
That's tough as fuck to do.
And imagine telling somebody, yo, bet your life you got a 3-0 each one of them, arguably. What?
Yeah, that's tough as fuck to do. Yeah, you gotta hold that into a high regard because that's not easy to do for a battle rapper to clearly win in 90 days versus them 3 is not easy to do, no matter what year it is.
Did y'all feel like, okay, so this is I guess this little survey. Did y'all in the chat, did y'all feel like Nitty kind of fell? Like, cause I thought I came in there with him at number 2. He went to number 4 and that caught me off guard. Well, number 3, I mean, under Easy and Surf. So if y'all think that
I ain't gonna lie, and this wasn't no bias. I really had it like I felt like Nitty, man. Like I don't know. I think he just what's the word? He like a prisoner of like his own greatness to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like because it's like at one point, you know, you could say, oh man, those battles he lost to Hollow, but then on the app he won. You know what I'm saying? So those are subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like the only judge lost was versus me, but then even on the app he won. So it's like a good, you know what I mean? It's debatable for those battles that you got him losing could still be looked at as debatables. But for me, it's like, man, consistently all through the year, giving out crazy material, punch after punch, line after line. Then like I think somebody made the argument, which I agree, like to have to do rematches all year is not easy. Like you tell somebody else to like, because I battled A Ward again, and even though it was new stuff to talk about for me at A Ward, that's because we had a storyline. You got to think. I'm talking about a rematch with some dudes where you ain't got no storyline with. A rematch with Drugs, rematch with Cortez, rematch with me, rematch with Rex. It was just a random rematch. That's hard as fuck to want to come up with new bars and shit like that all over again and still clearly win all those battles too. Like those was all wins, you know what I'm saying? So like I definitely felt like he had an argument, you know what I'm saying, to where he could have been at, but you know, like, you know, that shit that was one like what Polo said is that was one of them, like within them numbers from 6 to 3 to 2 and all that, it was tough because it was so interchangeable. It's like pulling teeth at that point.
Right. Okay.
You want to get some speak?
Yeah, we can
a lot of people request.
Yeah, so a lot of people had questions and stuff like that. Sway, you can go ahead. I'll get some more people up.
Y'all can
do y'all feel like
I'm just gonna listen.
Oh yeah, 100.
Thank y'all for letting me come up though, man.
Oh no, I appreciate you. Bad Money, yo. You already know. All right, y'all follow him. Follow Bad Money. Everybody
follow Bad Money.
Yes, sir.
No, I was gonna say, do y'all feel like some of these people benefit from recency bias? Because I feel like some of these people might have started off real hot in the beginning of the year, but like it kind of like Danny Myers had a good year, like first half. Yeah. Like people are saying he got cheated out of the year, but I feel like people are gonna forget what you did come December compared to what other people did. I really feel like that happened to a lot. I feel like that's how Surf got top 3 because I feel like if he would have had those same performances at the top of the year, I don't think, or even just Loso having that round later in the year, I feel like a lot of people kind of like, it's unfortunate. You can't do nothing about it. But I feel like people really forget what you do around January, February, March.
Yeah.
It could be like that.
It does. I mean, in preparation for this, I think we all went back to the beginning of the year just to make sure. And for everyone who's not familiar with like all the platforms up there, you know, cover battle rap extensively throughout the year, right? So, but it is tough because that end of the year is a thing. But I would even say for recency bias, Danny and Rock just happened, right? So so it has to be both sides, right? Like, so if there was recency bias in that, then what's to say there wasn't any with the Danny Myers win over Rock? You know what I'm saying? Like for most people, right? So. And then even with the prisoner of your own success, a victim of your own consistency, I think that argument is there for Nitty. But then Gotti, you have 3 belts.
Yeah,
so if that was the case, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, that's a fact. Yeah, no, I definitely, you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I felt like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where it's like, you feel me? It's you can argue it, you know what I'm saying? Like the consistency shit, you feel me? Not the receipt, but the prisoner of the shit. But at the end of the time, I feel like it always gonna boil down to, as much as the panel got so much say so and they is gonna vote. To me, I feel like it kind of still be in the fans' hands. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of it still be like, you can see the push for who they pushing for. You know what I'm saying? Like. And like the fans is kind of driving that shit. You know what I mean? Like, we got to be honest, because if the fans is at the end of the year saying like, hey, my nigga, Real Sick is top two. Now you're going to look a little bit deeper into his year. You know what I'm saying? Because they pushing that way. You know what I'm saying? Even though we all as analysts going to break it down our own way, the fans still, they watching it and they breaking it down on a whole nother level than us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not going to be too many times where somebody going to win it and the panel is like, and the fans got like right now, if the fans would have had DNA with 55% of the votes, but he was at number 7, it'd never be that. You know what I'm saying? The fans, 9 times out of 10, every year, the person who won is who the fans voted for.
That's a fact. We got Hip Hop is Real in the building. What's up with y'all? Salute.
Larry, what up, bro?
Yo, hey, so Polo and Tom, bro, I want to ask y'all this question, and maybe y'all can push this out to everybody else. But I heard a lot of collaboration about, people talking about like KOTD and battling on KFC and everything like that. What do you guys feel about people complaining about that, but voting for the majority of the battle rappers on URL?
Well, we ain't gonna call RVE KFC, man.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm good, Tyler. I'm joking.
But wait, go ahead. Repeat the last part of your question. My fault. I'm sorry about that.
No, so there was a lot of conversation about people winning champion that that wasn't on RBE or KOTD, but everybody now that's winning has been on URL, and the people that voted on all the battle rappers from URL, but people are complaining about the other one. So it was kind of like people doing a contradiction. How do you guys feel about that?
Go ahead, Tom. You go.
I mean, I just feel like, look, when you look at that list, you see Mad Flex, Mac Myron, you see Bill, right under Ill Will and Tay Rock. I feel like that sort of validates what we all saw. And even in the code check, we had mentioned City and Lou Cypher and these guys that were doing well. And Dunch, there was a big argument for Dunch on the list, right? And so I do think that it's interesting, man, because it's a URL award, and yet, you start to do the list, and you're like, hey, how many people actually have KOT guys on the list? They're like, okay, maybe I have 1 or 2, or I don't watch that shit. That shit don't count. When the list starts to get generated, then that's when the biases come out, I feel like. So, but anybody who's watching that tournament, and it's for 100 racks, I'm sorry, bro. It's for 100 racks, and it's not lightweights over there. It's probably one of the best. Bill Collector is probably on the best run of his career right now. Mad Flex is crazy. Diddy could have been comeback battle of the year this year. Lou Cypher is
I think the thing that hurt both of those tournaments, the one that the year when Saint won it and the year when whoever won it this, is that the winner doesn't happen in the same year as the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, Bill will probably be in a good position because he just won against Mad Flex to go to the next round. So he's working towards champion of the year for this 2022 now. You know what I'm saying? So hypothetically, let's say he win the money in the tournament over there, he'll be, you know what I mean, rewarded for that for this year. But that whole season was actually last year. So if they would have finished it last year, then he probably would have placed way higher.
Exactly. And then was able to get that Dunch win right through customs, like right at the end, right at the buzzer. You know what I'm saying? So even that could have changed things, right? So, it matters. The timing matters. I do wish KOTD's tournament would finish before the year is out, though. That is that's annoying.
Yeah, and I you can't really say this is like a URL bias because, like you just said, Mad Flex and Mac Myron is high, and they you got Mad Flex and Mac Myron. They both ahead of Lou Castro that's like a main that was like a main headliner for last year for a lot of the URL events. So you can't really say this is that biased.
And that's a testament to their work.
And then it's a that's just being realistic. I think that they made this point before, but URL just throws more events, man. Like it's just documented. They throw more events, and then the fans once again, we hold Summer Madness, Gnome, Volume, and kind of a higher regard than you might hold some of just a regular event from RBE or from King of the Dot. You know what I'm saying? I think Max Out is on that level. Maybe Blackout from King of the Dot is on that level, but we didn't get a Blackout event this year. And we got only 2 Max Out events this year. When you had a few volumes this year, you had a Gnome, you had a Summer Madness, you had you had all the URL big events in 1 year, Kings versus Queens, so they kind of put out more volume of events. That's kind of like the argument where URL, if you battle on URL more consistently, you're gonna always have an argument because you're battling on bigger platform, bigger cards more often than not.
Exactly. And that just is what it is. I mean, the two things can reconcile. I can say that URL is the best league in battle rap, right? And that these other battles also count. They just do. You can't tell me that Ultimate Madness 4 was more important, I would say, than Season 1. To me, in my opinion, I just don't think it was. Like, you talk about skill, what's been coming out of that. I don't think that was on the level. No slight to those guys, but I can't do that. But yo, I think Donnie, what up, bro? You got a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Geechi, congratulations, on winning your 3rd title. I wanted to ask you, like, what be your strategy going into the year, like knowing that you want to win the belt? Like what's your strategy when it comes to oversaturating yourself or and things of that nature?
Yeah. So basically, man, like I always try to make sure I'm getting the type of. I usually try to get the matchups that the people want to see. You know what I'm saying? The matchups that the people be asking for, or the matchups that make sense. At the time when I battled DNA, people wanted to see it. I had been winning the belts, DNA calling itself the champ. You know what I'm saying? So people asked for that battle. That's why that's really where that battle came from. It was all the champ talk. You know what I'm saying? It was champ versus champ, basically, even though he didn't never win a belt, but he calls himself the champ. So people asked for that. Mav Hoffa. You know what I'm saying? I battled him because people was asking for that, man. We always talking shit online. You know what I mean? We've been going back and forth. If you look back at the timeline before our battle, now that the battle over, we don't do it no more. But up until then, he got blogs about me. I got blogs about him. We got tweets about each other talking shit. It was just, building up hype for that battle to go down. And then people wanted to see it. It went down. You know what I'm saying? Same with Calico, the street talk. Everybody wanted to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to see who was going to out-talk each other on that one. The tournament, just something I got through in. Fun fact, I didn't even want to do the tournament. When they was asking me to do it, I'm like, man, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, man, I'm telling you, it's lit. Like, you should do it. Da, da, da. Like, man, fuck all this. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on some, like, I got to battle 4 times to get 100, man. What part of the game is this? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm working a nigga, man. I'm working harder, not smarter. You feel me? So I was cool, but then, I'm like, you know what? Nah, man, let me just jump in it once I see who all was in it. Like, for me, that's what it was. I'm like, okay, T-Top in it, Official in it, Cortez, Twerk, Nitty, Swamp. Okay, these are some formidable names. Like, this is a tournament that means something if you win this. These ain't just like, this ain't no, these battles ain't just a bunch of nuggets that I'm supposed to win against. Like, these is battles that, niggas, these shit count. Like, these motherfuckers can put you out any moment. So that was the reason why I jumped in the tournament. You know what I mean? And, of course, the Lux battle, like, that's a no-brainer. Anytime they hit me with that last minute, it was like I spoke on. I was supposed to battle T-Rex. Lux was supposed to battle Daylight. Whatever happened with Lux and Daylight, they hit me. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to consistency. They know, all right, we can hit Geechi and tell him who he got, give him a couple of weeks, and he can get ready. You know what I'm saying? Well, he can get ready fast. You know what I'm saying? He can change it around his shit in a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can change his opponent in a month. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's a no-brainer. They say you got Lux. I'm gonna jump in the ring. You feel me?
Yeah, no-brainer. Yeah. Hey, Geechi, you don't get your money, Geechi, until I get my fade Madden. Though I just figured I would tell you that while Jay Black is saying all that. Like, Jay Black. Tweet me, call him. You can do all that, bro.
Yo,
don't get your money
can you hear me?
I get my pay.
Yo, Jay Black, what's the
Can you hear me?
word?
Yes, sir. Black.
Gotta speak for like 10 seconds real fast. I ain't trying to do a whole More talking. The panel know I ain't asleep yet. My eyes bloodshot. But there's a lot of battle rappers mad at me right now. But I'm going to keep it 1,000. The person that's going to be mad at me the most is Geechi Gotti. I warned you, sir, if you won champion of the year again, I'm going to steal the champion of the year money for real, for real.
You did
that money
say
that you was owed is mine now, bro. I know you crap, you gangster. You just got to see me. Bless.
He did tell me that too, man.
I warned you. I warned you, nigga.
He did warn me, man. I can't even be mad.
Hey, yo, Geechi, salute first and foremost, bro, on your third one. That's big time, man. Yo, Black and all y'all niggas did a good job. You feel me? I hear a lot of debate. I ended up catching it late. I was doing shit. I caught like 9 and up, but
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely did the right thing. And I was saying in the other chat, like, it came at the end of the day. The top 2 was the 2 that was supposed to be there. I don't feel like it would have been right if anybody else would have been in that top 2 when it came down to it. And like I said, it's always a deciding factor when it's that debatable and it's that close. Because like we said, we could go to moments. I was breaking all that down. Yeah, I seen people saying like, oh, the top tier diss wasn't bad rap. No, it was, because look at the effect it had on bad rap. So that was definitely a super moment. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the deciding factor, on top of Geechi splitting the money with Nitty, the Lux battle did it. Like, and I feel like what y'all said was right. If Easy battled Mook on that card, we might have a different champion tonight. You feel me? But it didn't happen for unfortunate reasons. And Lux, nobody. You know how niggas feel about Lux. So for Geechi to go in there, I had Lux going into the battle. So Geechi went in there and he put pain in, you feel me? So that's big. We talking about loaded Lux at the end of the day. Nigga could say what they want. He's still Lux, you feel me?
Right.
So being him is big, man. The right nigga won that was supposed to win. We gonna keep it a buck. And all the battles he had, like, niggas might feel like a couple battles he lost and all that, but it was never no, niggas don't go in there and kill Geechi, you feel me? Niggas not going in there and just knocking his head off. It don't work like that. He gonna give you the moments. He gonna give you shit that's gonna make you want to see him, make you talk about the nigga. So I don't understand the debate where niggas feel like it was wrong, but you definitely deserve that third one, bro, off that Lux battle. That was it, bro.
No, that's respect all the way around the board right there. Yeah, man. And then like he said, man, like just me, you know what I mean, looking at it objectively, man, like I felt the same way. Easy to tell you, when I seen he had Mook, I hit him like on some, I see what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, oh, you try to keep up like that. And I think that's what made the fight for it that much dope, because you start seeing at the end of the year, people start making position and people start trying to get certain battles. I think, you know what I mean? That was another reason me taking Dre Dennis. Like, hold on, man, I ain't on volume. Man, what the fuck going on? Let me get one more little something in this motherfucker just to throw a wrench in the game. You know, like, we you know what I mean? I think the ones who felt like they was in the running was still trying to, you know, put positioning in there to try to get a chance to win that shit, man. That shit made it a dope fight.
And I'm going to keep it a buck. The only thing that I feel could have possibly, after you being Lux, the only thing I feel like could have possibly made Easy win it was if you and him would have battled on value before the year was up. You feel me? That's the only way. And then he would have won convincingly, you feel me? To where it was like, all right, now we can talk about it because of the Mook battle not happening. And last thing, yo, Jay Black, get next to me, man. I need to be on that panel next year. I got money. I got a suit. What we got to do?
Nigga say he got money in his suit.
Bills, man. Follow Bills, y'all.
Mills call it down the middle, though. Mills would be a dope panelist for real. I fuck with Mills' assessments, man.
Word.
Yeah, like a lot. This was.
But all y'all do though as well, man. Like I do want to say that, man. We talk our shit, and we like even with the Midnight Madness shit. Everybody got media people a part of their teams, and we got different shit like that going on, man. But we definitely do want to say, man, like there's not, for one, it's not easy picking nobody. For one, you know what I'm saying. But for two, to just go up there and put y'all picks on the line in front of everybody, to let people break down whether they feel like it was biased, unbiased, and shit like that. Like, that shit takes something, you know what I mean? That shit take courage to go up there, because a lot of motherfuckers rather put they picks out and hide their hand, you know what I'm saying? To go up there in front of everybody, say who y'all got, man. That you feel me? That lets you know that a motherfucker gonna stand on what they say, you feel me? So that's respect in itself.
Facts. No doubt. Sway, what up?
Yeah, I was gonna say on top of that, I felt like if any of those battlers would have went up there and tried to say what they had, like how you guys had to argue. I feel like they would have known firsthand how hard that is. That's a hard thing to do in front of everybody. And then the other people on the panel are cutting y'all off to make points and like chopping your argument down. So I feel like it's easier said than done. And for Geechi, I feel like every time Geechi get the belt, he carries it like a champion, where I feel like we seen firsthand last year, the person who won champion of the year, I don't think he carried it like how a champ is supposed to. So I feel like on top of his consistency, he defends the belt the way I feel like somebody who won it should have.
That's a good point. Say that shit. That's all I'm saying. Nigga be defending that motherfucker. You hear me?
I mean, But who do y'all think, based off the list that came out, has the highest ceiling for next year?
That's a great fucking
Easy to block, Captain. Clearly.
Yeah, I was finna say, if a motherfucker being honest and no objectively, Easy got the, like, going into next year, he got all the possible matchups to win it. Like, his strength, he go in on paper without even having matches signed up with the strength of schedule. He got a battle with me, people want to see. A battle with Surf, people want to see. A battle with Goods, people want to see. A battle with Verb, people, you know what I mean? Like, all these, he already got those matches, like, kind of like that he can take. It's up to him to take the battles, really.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna throw Bill Collector in there too, man. I think if Bill Collector is on pace, he got a lot of momentum right now. He win this 100K tournament. He get a few big names in there. You know what I mean? He can make it interesting.
Yeah.
Surf,
Bill, and I want to say Danny too. I feel like Danny.
Hell yeah, I was about to say Danny right now. Danny's lit. Danny definitely. It's Easy and Danny right now. But for sure.
Yeah. I want to say Chess too.
And Chess for sure. And Surf got a lot of matchups too, man. Of this last year, on 3 battles, he ranked number 3. So if he come in this year, he get 5 battles and he get the same performance, man. You never know.
Real shit.
Oh shit.
Damn. Okay.
This year should be crazy, competitive like a motherfucker. If all the battles that's been like talked about end up happening, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, Surf get a move, Surf get a daylight. You know what I mean? Battles like that have been talked about. Surf and Easy battle, shit like that go down. Surf and Danny, like it's gonna be crazy because now you get to see a lot of people that's in the running battle each other.
Word, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Yo, Mario, what up?
Hey, what's up, Tony? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Loud and clear. What up?
First and foremost, congratulations to Geechi. A phenomenal year. Congratulations to the panel. I'm one that was real critical of the panel. Y'all can see through my tweets, obviously.
I'm looking. Yeah. All right. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I'm not shying away from it. I hold myself accountable.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? I had a different, obviously, top 5. Not many people going to agree with it, obviously. I had it between Geechi and A-Ward, just because of consistency, because of the battles, and I think A-Ward only had like one clear loss to XL that he himself actually held himself accountable for. So I wasn't even mad, Geechi won. But I had it between A-Ward and Geechi. Besides that, like it was a phenomenal year, like Polo said. Like it was a great year in battle rap. And then 2022 just looks like it's going to be even better with Midnight Madness and a lot of other, big potential battles that are, that could potentially happen. And I wouldn't even be mad to see A-Ward versus Geechi Part 3, honestly.
I'll whoop his ass one more time just to make it. Sick of this dude, man. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Mario.
My bad. Y'all put on a good battle though, man. That was for me.
That's real. That's a fact.
Whether it was in his backyard, your backyard, don't matter where it would have been at, man. You guys, the fact that from before the first battle to the second one, how y'all both had elevated since then, made the second battle even better.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? But now you deserve champion of the year, man, and congratulations again.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Mario.
Let me ask you. Do you think A-Ward this year he has to go on your route, or do you think he still can do the same thing again for the next list?
I don't think he has to, but I'll say this. Just coming from a fan perspective, take me being a battle rapper out of it. From a fan perspective, I feel like for all the fans that push for him, for all his fan base that push for him all the time and say they feel like he this and that, I think he should prove it to him. by just taking up. You don't gotta go do 20 battles on URL, but come on URL and take a couple of battles. Some matchups over there waiting for you. I feel like you put 2 or 3 of those in your resume this year just to show, you know what I mean? And I think that should go in his favor if he do that. You know what I'm saying? It'll basically show like if all the hype is real that they saying or not, which of course we know he that talented, but just do it. You know what I mean? Like what's the hold up if you feel like that's the one thing that's slowing you down is, oh, I didn't battle on URL, fuck it, just do it then. You know what I mean? Like take that battle so then it won't be no excuse.
You know what people get messed up too? Like A-Ward had a immaculate. Yeah, I'm not going to take nothing from him because he's nice. But this is what people don't understand when it comes to champion of the year, right? Strength of schedule is very important in that. And A-Ward got at least 5 to 7 names this year where it wouldn't matter if he won them battles. You feel me? And my thing is this. He had an immaculate year as far as wins and losses. But strength and schedule is what hurt him for champion of the year. You feel me? There was a lot of battles that he didn't. He should have just came to York, even if they gave him none. Because I feel like at least have one URL battle and really get in your bag to solidify yourself. You feel me? Like he solidified, but I'm talking about to that next level. Like come over there.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You feel me? He definitely wins and losses. He had an immaculate year, but strength of schedule is what hurt him, and that's the end of the A-War. Like people feeling like I don't feel like he was over Easy, Geechi, Chess. It's a couple niggas I don't feel like he had a better year off of strength of schedule. You feel me?
And when you judging battles, like when you on a panel, you gotta kind of view things like that. Like you gotta kind of come out of fan mode and kind of look at the schedules and factor all of that into. Because strength of schedule is a big factor into, you know what I mean, why some of the names got ahead of A-Ward.
Yo, let me say something real quick, right? Like just as a rapper, like from a rapper's perspective, to be able to do what A-Ward did this year, like I cannot keep diminishing that. Like the man literally put together and went against 23 people, man. Do you know how hard it is to write more than 23 raps, memorize them, not choke, and rebuttal? That is not easy, B. Like, and I know Geechi has done it in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like he's done it in the past, right? Where he's had tough battles on URL and then he would go and take smaller battles on smaller leagues. But to do 23 battles and then for Polo to say he lost one time to XL. One time, B. One clear loss against 22 other people is exceptional. It's exceptional. He was battling literally. There was a time where he was battling like once a week. Like that's not easy. Like even if it like he bodied Lou Castro, B. He bodied him. He bodied Castro so bad. Like I was there. He smoked him. He beat Ill Will, right? When Ill Will was like number 2 for champion of the year, or like number 3 or something like that last year. He beat him. And then on the big stage, he beat him on the big stage, right? The first big stage of the year, I believe, right?
Yep.
He beat Rosenberg. He washed Suge. Like, the thing about this thing, right, with the URL situation and as a fan of the culture, right, you like I think they were speaking about this previously about you can't just like there were some people that like that was in the season, right, for King of the Dot, like Bill Collector, right, who had a great year. He didn't have a lot of battles on URL, but he had a lot of matches, and they were noteworthy opponents. And as a rapper and as an MC, right, you can lose to anybody at any given point. Doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, you can take, like, for instance, right, and I don't want to go on a tangent too much because it is what it is, right? Let's take JC for an example. JC is incredible. And he's taken smaller. He's had good and bad strength of schedule years, where there's been years where he was exceptional.
But then he would take so many battles and then lose. Sometimes he would lose to like lesser named people, and it wouldn't affect him, right? But then he would beat bigger names, and then sometimes he'll have a slip up in. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's still JC. And even when he wasn't on URL, he still was a top tier name, right? That had a very tough schedule. JC would do 15 to 20 battles a year, and it wouldn't be held against him until he got on URL, right? When he got on URL, and then the Lux talks happened, then it kind of diminished. So I think, and closing, right? I didn't even know it happened today, right? Obviously, congratulations to Geechi. I think he's a phenomenal MC. I've always told him that. But I don't know if A-Ward's being at number 5 should be like looked at as like he belongs there, or he should have been lower. I do think that we need to, for the people that are MCs, to look at how difficult it is to write like close to about, if he did those 3-round battles, 50 rounds, and to memorize that in a year is absolutely no joke. So, shout out to Champion.
Nah, that's 100. And it's funny.
49 rounds documented.
Yeah, so it's funny that you run with JC, because that's what I was gonna say. Like when JC was doing that, they was kind of killing JC. That was the go-to. Oh, he'll battle anybody. He'll battle in the garage. He'll do this. Niggas ain't care that he was 31-2 for a year. Like niggas was throwing that out the window just because of the names he was battling. But right now, like A-Ward had a great year. I'm not gonna take nothing away from him, but I'm basing straight off of watching the Champion of the Year panel every year and seeing that strength of schedule is really big. Like Dre Dennis have 50 battles a year and he wows out. And like he don't have bad battles like that where we could be like Dre Dennis.
Yeah, because if you gonna give it to A-Ward, then you damn near gotta give it to Dre Dennis.
You feel me? These is niggas, Dre Dennis, A-Ward, JC. Like these is niggas who do this. Danny was one of them too, battling anybody, taking 1 million battles a year, and it got held against niggas.
And then imagine the niggas who doing them type of battles that you're not hearing about, like Cali Smooths and all these niggas that's having 20, 30 battles a year. They just doing it on all small leagues. They not getting on RBE or URL because they haven't got booked. But them dudes is having 20, 30 battles. Niggas is Stewie Newtons and shit that's out here just killing shit in the small leagues and shit. That motherfuckers, you know what I mean? So for me, I think a lot of times in this, and like I say, number 5, you could argue them 2, 3, 4. You could argue him 1. You could argue him anywhere. But then when you break it all the way down, let's say I don't do the rematch with him this year, right? The only battle on his resume this year of somebody that was even in the top of this year is fucking goddamn motherfucking Ill Will, as far as like that looked at on that level of competition. You know what I'm saying? On a big stage. Other than that, you battled everybody else that was good names, but they battled on smaller leagues. And as a battler, it's not fair, but we got to be totally honest. Unless it's your league, like if you battle Arsenal and UW, it's probably different. You battle motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, Dre Dennis on the Gates, is probably different. But if you battle motherfucking Shotgun Suge on motherfucking LA Battlegrounds, it's not gonna be the same Shotgun Suge you see on Volume. That's just how these battlers is, because they gonna battle, they're gonna wrap up to the level of competition, but also wrap up to the pay. So if URL gonna give them 10,000 for a battle that the small league can only give them 1,500 for, you finna get $1,500 worth of effort. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of times, A-Ward is getting the level of pay that he's already used to. So he probably not saying he dependent on battle when he got a job, but he might battle an Arsenal who's taking a pay cut just to go take a battle, do a favor for a small league, and he don't get the full Arsenal that you would get if you get Arsenal in a URL setting. It's just facts, bro.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So I think that's also what I'm saying. That's why I think it hurts his strength of schedule, because it goes back to, like, it's not his fault at all. A-Ward gonna give you 110%, but as the viewer, it's not too many people that's gonna say they went back and watched him and Suge again, because you could tell Suge only rap 30 seconds in his third round, and his second round he just bullshitting around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not A-War's fault because it shouldn't happen. But if that battle happens on URL or happens on RBE and Suge do that, then it's like, yeah, it don't matter. This is the big stage. You know better. You shouldn't have played up here. You know what I'm saying? But if it go in the small room, motherfuckers gonna be like, well, you know, man, he just did it for the check and he did it for that. We're like, we gotta either get to a point where everything counts all around the culture, where people don't make those excuses because y'all done already start saying certain shit like, oh, if it ain't on this platform, it don't count, or oh, he didn't have to bring all these rounds. But y'all make excuses for certain battlers. You gotta do that shit for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
No, I absolutely agree. I agree with you, Geechi. I agree with Mills. I definitely feel what Mills said about JC in the previous years, and I definitely agree with what Geechi and Mills said about Dre Dennis. And obviously, the panel has happened, and I don't want to put a shine a light or an emphasis on the losses that Dre Dennis took. I think him doing maybe 60 battles or something like that is phenomenal as well. And to see him finally get that shine, I don't know, did he make the top 20 this year? I hope he did.
It was
I think he was 20, but ended up getting pushed out at the end. I think he was 20,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would have loved to see him just to be acknowledged in that this year. But obviously, the panel is the panel. But yeah, I mean, listen.
Would you be on the panel if asked?
Of course. I mean, Black is.
Hold on, Mickey.
You know what? You're right. I couldn't make it the
2017,
first year.
sir.
Yeah, I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it to 2017. I think I had a show that day. I couldn't make it. But I was only asked to be on that first one, and I could not make it to Philly at that time to do it. But I haven't been asked again.
Black on you, man.
Hey, no, you're right. You're right, Black.
Because we definitely going to talk. We want to see what's up.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, but even just aside from Black doing it, right? I think Black said this before. There should be more platforms doing awards, right? Like, it's and this. If that happens, right now,
I want less power. I want less. Yes. You're right. I want less power.
I agree. I agree with him. Not to cut you off, I agree. It should be more like when other platforms like it was This Is Battle Rap, NBS Central. It was like 2 or 3 other platforms that announced me as number one, and I shot them out and showed them the same love because I want the fans to understand that like all these platforms' voices matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we hold Champion of the Year in high regard. Don't get it twisted. Like, Jay Black is respected, and he put together the panel, and he put together incentives and everything, belts to go into it. But I feel like other platforms, if they put a little bit more effort into it, the fans will kind of take it a little more serious as well. Or if the culture, the people that you know what I mean, like also feel a certain way, if they band together and put a GoFundMe together, it don't got to be 10,000, whatever end up in there. It could be 4,000-5,000, it could be 3,000, it could be whatever. It might not even make nothing. You know what I'm saying? But if they just did it on their own and wanted to give it away to somebody and get a build, you know what I'm saying, and do that thing, I think it still would be healthier. I think that's the issue. Is a lot of times people take it like, oh, you didn't win Champion of the Year, and they feel slighted. But it's like, if he's the only one that's really putting in the effort for his platform to do that, then I mean, he got the right to, you know what I mean, to make his criteria, to make his, you know what I mean, the way that he feels should be judged. All that shit that's up to him and his platform. Somebody else can make one, and then theirs might not have anything to do with strength of schedule. They shit could be basically on who rapped the most. You know what I'm saying? Who had the most battles could win that shit. You feel me? Like it depends on who decides to do that shit.
Absolutely. No, I see Bads and I see Suede, and I just want to say this one last thing, and then y'all could definitely ask your question. I definitely think, and I'm glad that, Black Compass is here. I'm glad that, OFTMZ, like all of these amazing media platforms should definitely take advantage of the space to give awards and reward these artists, right? And it doesn't have to be monetary, right? And even if it is monetary, you can go on YouTube and take the super chats. You can go on IG and take badges. You can collect the money in a way in which it's seen, and you can do your own awards and things of that nature. So the scrutiny is not.
It should be monetary.
Right. I mean, and you can do trophies, you can do like certificates, you can do medals. You know, there's so many different things, and it would incentivize the artists to be as best as they can be, and it empowers the supporters of the culture to want to be more involved. I think that's just something that should be done, right? I don't know who can do it or what the criteria may be.
I know. Pardon me. I know.
I would love
Yeah,
to.
let me not to cut you off. On the music side, we actually have awards we're giving out for the battle rap music. It's real. We making Grammys. We giving away, our own version of Grammys and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We got plaques and stuff like that we giving away. So we definitely doing music awards, but I feel you on the list, and definitely other media platforms get involved.
Definitely.
Yeah. I know OTFMZ, shout out to them. I know they definitely did a award show for the females this year. So you feel me? They definitely had a good award show for the females, gave out some plaques, gave out some money and all that. So you feel me? They did their thing too.
I would definitely like to sponsor, like if depending on what media company, I wouldn't mind being a sponsor and putting some money up, because I do feel like, Black for 4 5 years right now has given away close to $50,000, I believe, right? And just to have that all on him along with the fans it's a lot to undertake, right? So, I'm definitely down to chip in and put some money in for another media company to kind of just step up and be like, you know what, we'll do our own thing, and we'll have our own award show, our own panel, and I could definitely put some bread in to make it worth the while for other battlers to look at it on the same level as champion as well.
This documented probably like I think the top of 2019. Me and France had interviewed Black, and he said that he never wanted to be the only person that's incentivizing battle rap. He just wanted to start doing it. You know what I mean? So we have seen Black Compass step up. Like, this was the second year y'all doing the music awards. I think Henny has the trapeze, OTFMZ has, different things. And what you're going to see is a lot of people who make money off of battle rap speak down on this process, and how they don't agree with it, but they're still not going to do nothing to incentivize anything in any shape or form. Again, it doesn't have to be monetary. Just recognize some people. It's not that difficult, to just give people their flowers, And some people also don't talk about it, that Black took the money out of his own pocket for the first time.
Man. Facts. So I kind of want to add to this. I think one of the reasons you don't see it, and what makes Champion what it is that, and I'm kind of low-key stupid, in the long scheme of things, if the goal is to get money. But honestly, because you got to think, I don't take no donations. I don't take, you can't cash at me, you can't PayPal me. I don't have nothing in my link or bio. So I kind of just wait till the end of the year. Anybody that wanted to support me, they can donate to that. And that's how you get 7 to 10 grand every year. Because anybody that wanted to support me, every platform, Joe Budden, Star and Buck Wild, whatever, Troy Terrain, they have a cash app right there. They get money every other day. Super chats, you get 100 here, 200 there. I'm saying, don't give me nothing. The whole year.
Look, 2022, man, we need you to put that in your bio, man. Fuck being nice. Fuck all that.
I do that. It's not going to be no champion money.
Only money that counts is when you put it at the end of the year and say this for champion of the year. The rest of that, man, because
see, that's the problem. Now if I do it that way, I'm not obligated to give money away. See, now I'm obligated.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
My hands is tied. You know what I mean? If I collect it, I probably get like 8,000. It's like, oh, this shit mine now. Y'all talking all that shit? I can keep it. What's up?
Man, keep it though, because at the end of the day, a nigga putting in a lot of work, I know the money that goes into probably doing that as far as booking the building to do the shit in, all the production, the camera, all the shit that go into it. You know what I'm saying? That shit not cheap either. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do always want to shout out the fans for donation. I donated $30. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, I just threw my little dough in the hat. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of times people be waiting to see who win and shit like that. They don't, instead of just donating, at the end of the day, man, it ain't gonna hurt you nothing, man. And $5, $10, $100, whatever towards that shit, man. You know what I mean? For, like you say, for people just to get their flowers. If it's another platform that wants to do the same thing, and all they was gonna give away was just a trophy. They using the money to buy a trophy or buy a belt. I think just to do that would be dope to see somebody else take some initiative. That way you ain't gotta hear motherfuckers crying on when January come around because they was number 17 or some shit.
Shout out to LTBR for putting up the most improved battler money.
Yes.
Oh yeah, France in the building too.
Shout out to France.
Man, y'all was finna give France a heart attack. He wasn't playing that shit today.
Bro, France definitely on blood pressure medicine this week.
Yo, what up, y'all?
France is Dutch's best friend.
Yo, yeah, when we talk about the awards, man, I really was most improved battler. Like, it shit just matters a lot to me because, like, in sports, we always kind of highlight who's the most improved guy, and those are always the kind of people that are under the radar. So I really wanted to put up some money for it, and that's why I went out my own pocket, put the $1,000. I really wanted whoever was the most improved guy to get rewarded that year, and the fans chose Jack Boy. You know what I'm saying? So
that's fire right there, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like shit like that is just dope as fuck right there.
Yeah, that's fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no, salute. See, and you know, I haven't seen it. Like, so I'm misinformed. I've been really hectic. So, you know, definitely shout out to Jack Boy for getting that, and shout out to you for contributing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's imperative that, you know, we don't just put all of this weight on Jay Black every year.
No, I agree, bro. That's why I told
Real
Black,
shit.
like, yo, like I've been doing this award for the last couple of years, but I never did it with any cash incentive. And so this year I'm like, just collab on it, and I'll fund the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked for us to vote it, but I said let the people decide this one, and I thought the people chose right. You know what I mean? And me and Jack Boy chopped it up afterwards. The transaction's complete, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And he was real grateful for it. And that moment of like him saying, "I didn't even know this was going to be a thing," and me getting an extra $1,000, like that meant the world to me at that moment. I'm not gonna lie to you. The battlers deserve to get incentivized.
Nah, that's a fact.
Battlers deserve to get incentivized over everything. So, like, even if it's not cash prize, accolades, lists, marking down history any kind of which way, like, that shit matters a lot to me because we don't have that in battle rap.
Man, I'm telling you, man, like, I say it all the time, man, like, I be so appreciative of this shit because of the acknowledgement. It's something tangible, like, the money, I love it. I'll never act like that don't mean something because I appreciate it because y'all don't have to do that. But also, when my kids come into my man cave and see the belts and be able to be like, Dad, you want champion again? Like, they know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit be big. You know what I'm saying? Like, the rings, I got them shit still in the boxes that they gave me, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, man, is huge. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that I don't want people to overlook of like, this shit means something, man. 5-10 years down the line, I could be retired and be, you know what I'm saying, talk and still have this tangible stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something I can still show. This is, you know, like, that's just like when you was playing sports in school. Like, you wanted to get that trophy at the end of the year. You wanted to get that. So, like, I mean, this shit mean a lot that y'all put this together. And if it's more people that do it, I feel like they will get the same respect too if they took their time to put something in it. I'm pretty sure a battle rapper would love to get a trophy no matter who the person give it to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I know Mickey's in the building. Mickey is somebody who's a historian of the game, and like a lot of people like Mickey that has been in the game 20, 25 plus years, knows all the stuff, but somebody brand new won't know it. So if we start creating this museum now and all these lists and histories and documenting who was the best guy or what was the best round or best battle or all these highlights, like we're able to time capsule battle rap in that essence and appreciate people. Like, there's fans right now that might not realize Young Ill and B Magic was like one of the best battle rappers in the world once upon a time. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that really matters to me. Like, and we left a whole decade of battle rap on the table with no accolades or histories or lists, and it didn't start till 2017. So, better late than never.
That's a fact, Neil.
That's a fact.
You had something to say, Neil?
My fault. I ain't even hear that last part. My fault.
Oh, all right, Mills. Take care, bro.
I see Sway want to say something.
Sway, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know the battlers going to be fake mad, and I know a lot of them do downplay everything past top 5. But I think what Geechi benefits from is the fact that the accolades are documented now. And if you go past like 2017, there were so many people like Charlie Clips went on a Geechi type run, Rock went on a Geechi type run, and I feel like their accolades weren't documented back then. They could have had a couple belts themselves. So I feel like although the battlers do get mad when the list drops, I think the conversation overall does much more positive than good. I know a lot of them pissed off right now, but I feel like it's really good to have the conversation, and it does shed light on people from the 10 through 20 that I know they say they don't care, but I feel like it does something for your stock in the next year. I was number 15 on Champion of the Year. I feel like it does something for your name, at least.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like making these lists is like the equivalent to making an all-star team. We're just saying you were an all-star that year. You were one of the best guys in the world that year. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm so big on collecting battlers like accolades, milestones, statistics, numbers, because it's like somebody has to realize there's growth, there's progress, there's regression, there's history, there's real life transactions happening in this art form on these stages when these guys are rapping. You know what I mean?
But the A-Ward thing, correct me if I'm wrong, it really reminds me of, do y'all remember a few years back when people would say Rock can't battle outside of URL and his aura is not the same when he gets off the URL, and then he finally got that matchup with Ars on his league, so he went to Ars's hometown and he battled the owner of the league when he was on his retirement run or something like that. I feel like it really reminds me of the same thing, because the allure is that A-Ward doesn't battle on URL, and Rock's allure was that he only battles on URL, but he took the time to go ahead and take that challenge. I feel like as long as A-Ward does the same, the math is wrong, but I also don't like how they just want him over there and take lesser competition. Like to come to URL and take lesser competition when he takes higher competition off the league. That just doesn't make sense to me.
The fans and the battlers and the media alike, we all want to see the unseen. That's just the reality of the situation. You know, we want to see the unseen. Can Geechi go to KOTD and dominate? Can Rock go get on a plane and go to LA and dominate disaster in his hometown? Can, will B Magic be able to rock a big stage? Can Lux go to the West Coast and do a battle? Can get on a big stage, right? We want to see the unseen, and we want to be proven wrong. And when someone is hot, the fans don't like when somebody's hot after a while. Then they start tearing people down. That's just the sad dynamic of the culture at some points. But I am one of the champions of A-Ward going to URL. I do believe, he should go, but he has his standards. He knows what he wants. And now that he's top 5 on Champion of the Year, there has to be some sort of negotiation process between, URL and A-Ward to kind of get him, not saying that he demands the world, because he doesn't want the world. He just wants to go in at a level where he feels is comparable to where he is currently. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I think it's the same thing with Rock, right? Rock, but Rock was able to just kind of move around wherever he wanted to. But I still do think A-Ward does need to go to URL at some point. I hope, him landing at number 5 does not deter him and cause pride to be like, well, I'm not going to go over there. I would love to see him over there, just to kind of, put people in their places and shut a lot of people up, because, I think every battler knows what he can do. They just want to see it, and they know how to go.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's all it is. Like he says, the one to see the with the unseen, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, just him taking the battle more so is gonna be bigger than probably the battle itself when it get announced, because now people are gonna be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? He finally finna, you know what I'm saying? Come on over there, and you know what I mean, and talk his shit. Which I think, that's a good bargaining tool for him, is the fact that he's gained that much. You know what I'm saying, fan base outside of, you know what I mean, being on the platform. But like you say, now it's just like, shit, just go on over there, man, and catch some wreck. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, he got so loved by the culture without battling on URL that at this point, I'm not gonna sit up here and be one of them corny niggas to be like he bugging who he think he is. Yeah, the nigga feel like his worth is higher than none pretty much. Like you offer me none, I don't want none. I feel like I put too much pain in over here on RBE, which most consider the second best league, and I'm one of them. You feel me? So my thing is this. I feel like A-Ward would have he need to just, even if, all right, they offer you none, just take none, do what you do, because you got so much people watching you at this point and just want to see you on URL at this point. So you battle none, and you just go crazy, even if you don't body none, because we're not going to say act like none is a trash opponent, you feel me? Name-wise, he might not be as high as people want, but he's not trash. So you go over there, you have a fire battle with none. I'm 100% sure URL not going to throw no more people at that level at you. Now, you already got your buzz up to the point. You only taking none just to have your first battle on URL. Go in there, do what you do, what you've been doing, and now you could get in there and start acting crazy with the people you really want to battle, you feel me? But that's all it is, man. But he need to get over there, man, do what he do. He did enough to get there.
Let me ask you a question, Mills. And I'm sorry if we're taking over y'all show, Polo and Tony, bro. But I want to ask Mills something, and I think
we listening, man. Go ahead.
And I think this is an interesting question, right? A-Ward was number 5 on Champion of the Year. A-Ward was number 2 on on Chris Unbiased's list. Mm-hmm. And obviously there were other lists that were out there that probably had A-Ward in the top 5. What number, if any number, was none placed at? That's the first question. And the second question, if he was to enter into the URL, right? If we base it on the champion list, what number would you stop it at if it's not none where he should enter and face someone?
Wow, that's a great. I guess to answer the none question, I don't think he was in consideration for the top 20. He had a good year, sort of a revival year. But I think that, the real sick, man, real sick A-Ward. Let's set that up. Like, if we gonna go there, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a good matchup. Like, I don't necessarily think that like, I know how URL is, right?
That battle was actually booked.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It was.
No, he said it was. It
was a
Can we spin the block? Like, what happened with that? Like,
I don't know if that was booked.
It wasn't booked. It was offered.
Offered, right? It was
when Easy was supposed to battle at the movie set. Yeah, that volume, the movie set. It was supposed to be on that one. It was offered. I accepted. I think I guess he couldn't get his. Yeah, he accepted it first, but he wanted some terms, and I guess they couldn't come to an agreement or something like that. But I'm with it.
Yeah, see, I think that's the matchup right there, and I think, man, at the end of the day, look, we know how this shit works. Everybody who had a big buzz going in the URL, they get the URL. I ain't saying they trash or whatever the case might be, but you gonna get punched in the mouth, right? Whether it's B-Dot, Emerson Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? Like when T-Top and Briz first came over, like, we see that. We understand that. You know what I'm saying? Just based on history. That's no hate on Ward or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If he's able to come in and immediately make impact, that's fire. But we just know how this shit works. But
I think Real Sick is a good battle for him, though. Like,
that's fire.
Straight out the gate. That's like, and that's love because, Real Sick is having he just had a crazy ass year, and he kind of, that's not saying necessarily that's a battle where he got to accept, but for him to say he'll take that, that's like, that's a fight right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. He was offered Sick. He was offered Twerk. He was offered Easy. He was offered someone else. I can't remember, but I think it's him
and Easy would be crazy. That's
I'm not gonna lie. Him versus Twerk, Sick, or Easy is kind of crazy.
I like the Real Sick one a lot, man. I think that's a little more realistic. I
think
like
so
that
too.
one.
He was offered T-Top as well.
Yeah, I think T-Top would be a great battle for him.
See? Yeah, War, come on, man. We missing out on
what I'm saying.
What are we doing?
Get out there with B-Dot.
Yeah, like, what are we
doing? Get out there with T-Top. Av even said he'd battle him, you know what I'm saying, on some real shit.
And really, those is matchups that niggas who really gonna put blood, like put them out there with Sick, B. Dot, Av, and them niggas Easy, and them nigga gonna get some blood in his mouth, and now we could really, you feel me? These is real standing that test outside of like Ill Will. We know who Ill Will is. He solidified, like, but
yeah, these are
get over there.
Volume. These are Summer Madness, potentially known. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what he's able to do, like these battles could really go. You know,
but
what I'm
is
saying?
the stage what matters? Because what if
it matters? Okay, based on all the interviews that we've done with all the MCs, yes, it does. It does. You ask Loso, you ask B. Dot, you ask all these guys, right? All of them, a lot of them cool with A-Ward. They will tell him it does matter. It is different. It is.
But I can understand where he's coming from when he says if he were to take a T-Top or a Av outside of URL, like let's say on RBE or like another league, I feel like these are two, like your abilities don't change no matter where you battle. I feel like that shouldn't have more emphasis on the person more than the person's performance.
Nah, you 100% right. But my thing is this: if he say he battled T-Top or Av on RBE, then that's a little different. Like, okay, you still battling solidified niggas on other stages, like outside of the Ill Will, because boom, Rosenberg solidified himself too, but he's not a Ill Will. He's not an Av. He's not a T-Top. He not a, you feel me? Like it's levels to who niggas is, and
yeah, or is it those guys they don't want to battle him outside of the URL? Is that the question?
I mean, can't say don't. A lot of them just probably don't battle. Like you don't really see them battle on those other platforms like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of tough to see that happen because you never. I think we never seen T-Top on King of the Dot or RBE. I don't think we ever seen Av on those platforms yet. Like, so, you know, it'll be a little tough to say that he would get those battles on those platforms because we haven't seen them battle over there at all.
Yeah. If he takes it on a lesser platform, right? So, and this is part of it, and fans do this. We all are guilty of this, right? A-Ward, say he battles T-Top on Bullpen, right? It's a card that, you know what I mean? It's other stuff going on and all that, and he beats T-Top. That's not going to hold the same weight in people's heads than if he battled T-Top volume or at a
I don't agree with that. If they both on 10, you're gonna hold
that same regard.
But Swade, this is what you gotta understand. You see how you say you don't agree with it? I don't have a problem with you not agreeing with it. Mm-hmm. But you're not even one, like me and you together or everybody in this chat, we don't make up 3% of the culture, you feel me? So we gotta understand that as fans, even the battlers, media, whatever, we have to think about the whole culture. You feel me? The culture as a whole, how everybody look at things. You feel me? It's not just about our opinion.
I think that if he don't make that decision to battle on the URL and just like do what everybody's like telling him he can't do, I feel like that's going to be a narrative that's on his career. If you don't like bite the bullet and just do that, you're going to have to let that narrative follow him. Because what they going to say, he can go on a crazy run and be like in contention for champion of the year next year, and they going to throw it in his face, but you ain't do it on URL. So he can, if you don't want to live with that, he's not will.
It's kind of like one of them things though, where it's like, as far as the culture, okay, we all call URL the NBA for the most part. You know what I'm saying? For the majority of the people, you know, that they kind of consider it the NBA. We know that RBE is big like that. We know King of the Dot also hosts big battles like that, so we're not knocking them. But if we talking about smaller platforms, like under the top 3 platforms, then you can't use that same argument. You know what I'm saying? You can't use that same argument for him and say that if he battles, because let's say he battled Arsenal this year, right? Nobody really paid attention to that battle, but say he battled Arsenal on motherfucking Volume or something, that battle would have got more talked about and would have been more. It's just the facts of the eyes that's on it. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about the celebrities that watch the URL and watch RBE opposed to watching just small leagues, because you know they're in tune with the bigger leagues. The majority of the battle rap fans, like that, celebrities and big names in the culture, they're watching URL or watching another one of the big platforms. You know what I'm saying? They're not too much watching all these small leagues that's hard to keep up with. So like those battles ain't gonna hold weight for him because a lot of people not gonna see him.
And that's what I was gonna say too. We gotta understand it's about 60% of the culture, honestly, that really feel like it's URL. That's 90% of the things, the shit they watch. That's 90% of the shit they care about. A lot of people they not at events. They don't go to, they watching URL. It's the number one league. So in people's eyes, 60% of the cultures that, or more, in my opinion, like, it's only a few that's actually really in tune where niggas could say, oh, I remember that battle on Gate to the Garden when he went crazy. I remember him battling over here out in Gary, Indiana, Black Ice, just naming all these other leagues. Like, it's people, even We Go Hard, everything. Like, it's 60% of people in this culture, I mean fans, and I'm speaking just off fans, 60% of the culture, trust me, move like it's only about URL.
No, that's just being real.
I think when people make their list, that your league bias comes out, or lack thereof, right? Like, so, like, I was asking people before we even started, well, all right, it's not a URL award, so how many KOTD people you have on your list, right? And a lot of people say none, or I don't watch that. And then we get in the discussion of what counts and what doesn't count. And that's why before even these debates start, I'm like, oh, what does your list look like? Because that helps us figure out a lot of stuff. LeVar, what up, bro? You on now, what up? All right, my man. He's just okay. All right, I just want to get a couple before we.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yo, Geechi, follow me back on this account. This Polo.
Peace.
What y'all was saying? Go ahead, Tom.
All right, Coop, what up?
Peace. Yo, I really just wanted to just big up y'all brothers real quick, and appreciate what y'all doing for the culture. 5 of them things, Jay Black, 5 of them things. So, what he did with this Champion of the Year got the culture jumping. I want to say big respect to Geechi, man. This run that this brother is on the last few years, the competition, the way, for me, it's not always about winning and losing. The way this brother is competitive, takes on all challengers, and I mean, I just think that's just dope as hell. So, again, it ain't always about winning and losing. We gotta put some respect on Danny Meyer's name. One thing we love about Rock, even when he don't win, I mean, even when he don't lose, even when he lose, he gives great performances. So Danny clearly beat him, but Rock didn't lose. You know, Rock had a great performance. The same way, I always joke with people. I say a lot of people have Surf beating Geechi, but I think Geechi won. But when it come down to it, they gave us a classic. I don't care who won at the end of the day, but if you got to pick a winner or loser, cool. But when you get performances like that, I mean, the culture is dope. So salute to y'all brothers and what y'all doing. Big respect to Geechi, 3-time champion of the year. Put some respect on Danny's name. He won them ones now that he shouldn't have to take all them crazy battles. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta stop capping for A-Ward, man. Let him be great. Let him come to the league. Let him come to the league and do what he gotta do, man. We gotta stop making it. You know what I mean? Let him make his way. We gotta stop trying to want him to do what he don't want to do. But salute to y'all brothers. Peace.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you. Yoshi, what up?
Hey, I'm so late.
Y'all hear me?
It's all good. Yeah.
Where can I find the full list, please?
You can go to my Twitter for the top 12. Just scroll down for the top 12, but the rest I gotta put out if you didn't watch the stream.
I was watching it, but I was on a plane, so I missed it once it got past like 14. When y'all was talking about 14, when y'all was talking about T-Top and replacing T-Top with Dre Dennis, that's when I took off.
Real fast. Yep.
Go ahead, J. Go.
Yeah, I got two statements to make. I think, it was disservice to what happened, you know what I mean, the Danny versus Real Sick as a body of the year. I think Real Sick should relinquish that money ASAP. And I'm disappointed in the entire panel because if I'm not mistaken, Mickey Fax got body of the year, and for his name not to be mentioned, it shows that the champion staff and team, they don't know what they're talking about. That's one.
Right. I disagree, man. Jadakiss called 3 bodies.
I spent the money already, bro.
Wow.
Literally just gave it to you.
That's crazy. That's you a wild boy, Black.
Yo, like that didn't happen too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do got a serious statement though.
All right, go ahead, because I gotta say something.
How y'all feel? Everybody got their their thoughts about this type of award, that type of award, and aspires towards that. I always put in the air. I say, hey, I have no problem separating it. Like whether you want to do just URL, just kicking it. I'll do one for each league. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, but I feel like a lot of people is going to want to be part of the URL side of the situation. But I have no problem doing one for just RBE, one for just URL, and one for King of the Dot. That's on air, so I'm curious.
That's too easy.
Wow.
I feel like that would take the competitiveness out of this. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
think that's too easy.
I feel like the one thing that makes this super competitive is that you give smaller leagues the chance to compete with like battlers that's just on URL resume. You kind of give smaller leagues a chance to compete with that. You know what I mean? So I don't think you should separate it though.
And people are gonna look at this list, and if they don't have some of the guys that are on this list, you know what I mean, that aren't heavily featured on URL, they might go back like, whoa, what was? Damn,
I
what
think
was
the thing that would make that tough is people that battle multiple leagues. Like it's people that still go like a Ill Will. Even though he didn't battle on URL this year, it been years where he battled on both. It have been years where Danny Myers battled on both. Calico just came back from battling on both. You know what I mean? Like it'll be tough when you got people that travel on both leagues.
Right. Yo, man, before I go, man, listen. All y'all fans that support Danny Myers, all 460 of y'all niggas in here, man. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. Y'all niggas need to be tough on this nigga B. Tell this nigga to stop taking battles. Stop hyping this nigga up. Y'all do this shit every year. Y'all do this dumb shit every year, B. For the past 5 years. Danny Myers is the greatest. Oh my gosh. Every January, every February, and then every June, every July, this nigga fucks up. Stop hyping this nigga up, because the nigga be believing the hype. And then when he believed the hype, the anxiety gets, I'm being dead serious, the anxiety gets to him. And then he start doing dumb shit. Y'all niggas gotta stop hyping this nigga. I'm not even a fan of the nigga, and I really want him to win Champion of the Year. Please stop hyping this nigga.
I think at this point, Danny understands now. You feel me? Like I think he understands now.
We
like,
heard that.
No. I ain't never say that before. Like the real sick battle, I think really fucked him up and made him really understand. And he must have been talking to the right niggas. Who knows? He probably got a couple niggas really in his ear. But I think at this point, especially after the Rock battle, he don't have to settle no more. If he understand it, just chill out, bro. You don't gotta settle no more, bro.
Hey, just tell it. Don't tell me that. You gotta tell this nigga that, because the same shit happened. It happened to him 2 years ago when he battled. He battled Jerry West, and Jerry West 30 the nigga after he had a great year. And then 2 years before that, it happened again. Like he has to literally. I can't hype this nigga, B. Cause the nigga some nigga today, early this morning, I'm writing music. A nigga was like, the material that I heard in Danny's round, he would have 30'd sick. What? And then Danny liked it. And it be shit like that really gets to him, and then he just drops the ball. So before I go, I want Danny to win this year. I do. But y'all gotta relax, B. Please relax on hyping this nigga up. He had a great battle in January. He always has great battles in January. He's the January killer. But nobody cares in June, July, and August. That's all I really know.
And the January killer is crazy.
Mickey, before you go, what's up with you and B-Dot this year?
Oh my God.
Don't do that.
He doesn't want to go to RBE. If he doesn't, that's it, bro. Like, I'm only doing the RBE battle, bro. He don't want to go to RBE, so that's that. There is no B-Dot battle. There will not be a B-Dot battle. I'm sorry. He don't want to go to RBE. It is not. I'm sorry, bro. Like, it's not up to me, B. Well, actually, it is up to me, because that's where I want to do my last battle. You don't want to go over there, so that's just what it is. I hope This is the
And
last
is the
time
fact
I have to
you want
speak
to do
on
it on
this.
RBE? Is you doing it on RBE because you did URL, you did King of the Dot, so you want to just make sure you touch all the platform? Oh, I get it.
Right, yeah, that's all, Geechi. You know, if I didn't have that set in my mind, I would have took them on URL. URL offered me more money than what RBE offered me, but I'm not here for that. I'm here to do one more on RBE, and you know, if B Dot doesn't want to go, then it's probably gonna be Iron Solomon, and then I'm gonna ride off into the sunset.
I ain't gonna lie, that's fire too though. Iron Solomon is crazy.
Why don't you is it a way you can split it up? Maybe you mean Iron Solomon on RBE, beat out on URL? You mean
No,
please
thank
vote?
you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Because I'm not a battler. Like what these guys do with Sick and Yoshi and Geechi do. Like I admire that. That's not what I do. I don't do that. Like I'm not an active battler. I don't want to be one. I want to admire it, but I do want to step in and you know, I don't want to take two battles on a different. No, just RBE. He get my last one in the contract. It says I can't take another battle. If it does, he could take me to court, take all the money. This is the last one. So I wanted it to be B Dot. I gave him my word that it would be him if he comes to RBE. He knew that. He understood that, and he still, you know, he felt obligated to stay with URL because of what happened in 2020 during the pandemic. And I have to respect that as a man, as an artist, as a father. Like I get it, and I hold no ill will or ill feelings to how he conducts his business. But, you know, I cannot and I will not go back on what I want to do, right? Which is to touch every stage and be done with it, right? Like that's it, bro.
100.
Damn, I respect that.
Okay. Corner, what up, bro?
Yo, salute. Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir. What up?
Hey, man, I want to give a shout out to everybody on the Champion of the Year panel. I know that shit ain't easy, man, and congratulations to Geechi, man. We're going to start talking about Geechi as one of the GOATs, man. 3-time Champion of the Year, and that's never going to be done again, I don't think, bro.
Appreciate that, my nigga.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. I mean, that was what I kind of led this off with. It's like, it's hard to not. It's difficult. It would be very difficult for us who've been watching what's going on to not say he's one of the best to ever do this, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna close this out in a little bit, but I just wanted to, Chud, what up, bro? Wanted to see there's a couple people that wanted to come through and shit. So added a speaker and all that. QB, I think, and Kobe.
Yo, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up, man? What's up?
Pretty good, man, bro. Salute to the panel. Salute to Big Geeks, man. No studio. Winning a Champion of the Year again. I just got one question I want to ask the panel, and I guess the room. I know Easy and Chess was fire.
Mm-hmm.
It was fire. But that Geechi and Ron part 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 1 vote separated, Drake in the building. I watched it from the crib, but I damn near felt like I was in the room because that energy was just so high. What, I guess, gave y'all, I guess the fans voted it, but Easy and Chess over that Geechi and Ron part 2.
I actually had Ron and Gotti as well, but I don't think you can really go wrong with either battle, to be honest with you. I mean, the everything about the Rum and Gotti battle, it being in a championship and who was in the building and how it all played out, like that's some movie shit. You know what I'm saying? Chess and Easy, I've never felt like that after one round, right? I felt like I had just watched a 3-round battle after the first round. And I looked over to the person next to me like, we got 2 more rounds of this shit. Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? And it just was a lot. You know what I mean? So much so that I feel like it kind of took the air out of the building a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't think you could go wrong either way, bro. You can't go wrong either way.
It could be the stage aspect of it, you know what I mean, and shaking the room like that. Another battle I felt like that for a tone. We was there, we was looking at each other like kind of crazy from like a road part, like what's going on is Geechi and Surf. You know what I'm saying? I got the same vibe watching Chess and Easy. You You know what I mean? So it could be the stage aspect, you know what I'm saying, that gives it like the edge over Rum and Gotti for me. You know what I mean? And both of them pulling their weight. So.
Yo, Rum and Gotti was like, it was so many people in there. You might as well have put them on stage too. It was a lot of
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That energy for Rum and Geechi and just the battle as a whole was super crazy too. But maybe it being on, maybe Easy and Chess being on Summer Madness kind of edged it out, and then they set the tone for everything. And 3,000 people you feel me? It's kind of, and 3 rounds of it too, which Rum and Geechi did too. But now maybe if Rum and Geechi happened on a Summer Madness as well, then we may be having a different convo. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. I mean, it's a lot of good battles to choose from too. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not gonna say that it was the best battle of the year, it's a lot of really good battles this year. I think I'm gonna get one more guy on. Drake. Let me see. I think. Hold on a second.
Did y'all not have Calico on the list in the top 20?
We didn't. And I was trying to get to like so tomorrow, just so everybody's aware, Black Compass Media, there will be a show tomorrow, the Bar Guys show tomorrow. So tune into that. Polo, Cola, I'll guest on that. We'll have some guests up as well. So make sure y'all be in tune for that. But I do like to get to the snubs and all that,
Yeah, I ain't gonna fry.
I heard what they said with Cal. I hear what they saying, but I can't. It's a couple reasons why.
Who would you take off though? Like, you know what I mean? It comes in. You got to always factor that in. If you say a name, you got to pull a name off. So if you say Cal, who would you take off for Cal?
People probably run and say T-Top, but the problem with that is that T-Top got 3 battles of the night. You know what I'm saying?
Did he have a better year than Av?
Av?
Yeah, Av got a better year than Calico.
Av got a couple. Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, you saying because Calico, arguably the Surf battles at 3-0, right? Yeah. I thought Cal beat Hitman, and I thought that was pretty, but I'm hearing that's also debatable.
That's debatable.
Right?
But you can
and then I said Cal beat
battle last year.
Then I see the same thing for that one. So
I've got 30 by B-Dot, and he lost the DNA.
Yeah, 100. Well, yeah, that's another one.
Some people say he lost the head.
I feel that one too. But the DNA situation, I think it was some people that had DNA winning that battle. So, or have winning that, which I don't know how, but I'm right there with you. And
but I understand where y'all was coming from, because some people who were higher on the list knocked some of the people that were at the back of the list off the list entirely.
Right.
Kind of messed up, but yeah, I guess that's why I think they should implement power rankings throughout the whole year to kind of make it easier at the end of the year.
Yeah, that would be good, but then you have to take the sum total of who was on the ranking, throughout the year and stuff. I think that would probably matter a little bit more. But that was the case that we made for Surf. Is if Calico gets that back, if Calico does to Surf what Surf did to Calico, we probably talking about Calico at definitely probably top 10, right?
If Twerk beat Surf, Twerk would be on the top. Twerk, you can say Twerk would be in the top 10,
Exactly. So,
yep.
So that means that those battles hold a lot of weight. But guess what? Surf, arguably 3-0 in both of those. So he had to based on that. I think that's logical.
Yeah, it's crazy how one battle can mess you up for the whole course of the year. That's crazy.
So you just have, when it's 3 battles, you have less room for error. And the reason Surf is so high is pretty much because he got perfect. Damn near perfect.
Yeah.
So when you have arguably 2 debatables and a 30 loss, that's why you're there. And on top of that, he said he don't re-mention anyway.
Yeah, fact. Not forget that. But yeah, but salute to everybody, man. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Gotti, we definitely gonna connect again. Stuff, a whole lot of things to talk about. All about in here, man. Salute to all the great.
Man, appreciate y'all.
Salute Black Compass Media.
Man, appreciate it. Yeah, on Tuesday we're gonna be holding the space. Y'all know the Midnight Man be Tuesday. I'm gonna be in there. We're gonna be talking about Champion of the Year, answering questions, all that good shit. Studio and live on Caffeine Tuesday. We're gonna run it up, celebrate doing that big dog. I know I'm gonna act crazy, but Appreciate the panel, appreciate the fans, appreciate y'all having me pull up and fucking do all that shit with y'all, man. It mean a lot. Everybody that's been listening, appreciate y'all tuning in this whole time. You already know what it is. Black Comment, love Mickey, everybody, y'all already know, man. Meals, everybody, Bad Money, you know what's up.
Yo, Geechi, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. We get that shit right.
For sure. All
Gotcha.
love. Bad Money, man. You see me? Hey, Bad Money, you see me in the bar, man. I'm still upset at you, man.
No, I'm saying at that point in time, I mean, Easy and Shy hadn't been locked in on the value. I'm saying it's looking like it's yours at this point in time. But then I mean, Easy got Shy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm fucking with you. You know it's love, bro. Appreciate y'all for real, man. I'm gone.
Yo, salute, man. Hell of a year, man. Salute.
Y'all be safe, man, and we'll catch up in every